perhaps just start on the injury front. Is there any update on Tamaiti and Rivers?
Yeah, both look like they're probably unavailable until after the bye at this stage. We are still going through a bit of an assessment process, but we'll know more probably by the end of the week.
A shame for both, obviously, but especially around the 10 situation, given where you're at the moment. And I see Ryan Crotty's on the bench there. So can you just talk us through how the first 5 cover looks at this point, getting into the Waratahs?
Yeah, it's it's a bit of a juggling act, but we're really confident with the depth we've got. Obviously, Taha now becomes very important and a great opportunity for that young man. And then behind them, David Havili's back, which is a great security blanket. Crotts is on the bench and has done a job at 10 previously. So in that area, we've got a lot of experience and we're really comfortable where we're at.
You mentioned last week, sort of in around 7 or 10 days, you might have a clearer picture on some outside back cover. Has that picture become any clearer? Have you got someone in?
Yeah, we're starting getting to the pointy end of some negotiation, but there's still a wee way to go, so I just can't give you any insight at this stage, but it's progressing.
And just while I remember on the injury front, Brodie McAllister and Ioane Wainanu still with Quinton, obviously. Where are they at?
Yeah, Brodie's probably in at least another, post-bye again, so at least another 5 or 6 weeks away. And Ioane's very close, so he's potentially available in the next 10 days, which is great.
With the outside back cover, are you able to go overseas for that, or will you just go to other academies or other teams?
So it's all encompassing really. So we have done a global search. Most boys are contracted, so there's some challenges there, but there are some individuals that are coming off contract in the next few months that we're talking with and potentially able to accelerate their releases. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to let everyone know in the next week or so where that sits.
Yeah, just a bit of housekeeping. Lee Halfpenny, has he had a surgery? He's still a good chance perhaps of being back at the round robin finals?
Yeah, Lee had it, I think it was less than 3 or 4 days after he ruptured in the Northern Hemisphere, so was actually very, very good in some ways that he was able to go and see the shoulder surgeon that did his surgery maybe 7 or 8 years ago. So great relationship. It's all gone really well. He's back here now and he's assisting the back 3 members in their rugby staff and helping us as a coaching group.
Has Will Jordan had his surgery?
Yes.
Does that go to plan?
Yeah, 100% successful. There was probably a little more in it than what they initially thought, so it's great to get it out of the way now for him, and he can look forward to the back end of the year.
Okay. Coming up to the Waratahs, obviously you've been here in the past. What's it like for you? Is there emotions going back? Do you sort of want to stick one up them, get the victory? How does that work?
No, none of that. I just want our boys to play really well, Richard. It's been, my time there was in relationships there have been really strong. I've got good affinity with a lot of people still back there. Circumstances were difficult at times, as you know, but no, it's more about our performance and what we do on Saturday night, and I feel as though not everything went to plan against the Chiefs, but we've had a great learning week. The coaching staff have done a magnificent job, and the players have brought in their own bits and pieces as well, and from there we've had a really, really good week heading into this game, so hopefully we'll see some progress.
How did that help you in the Waratahs as a pro coach? We always hear about learnings and you're going from team to team, but clearly it was a tough pill to swallow. But do you take good and bad out of it? What do you?
Those sort of circumstances aren't really learnings. They're pretty challenging to your resilience factor, but you're philosophical about it in the end. That's where it sits really.
Just with the Chiefs, you did so well to fight back and probably could have won. Is that one something you've sort of spoken to when we bring up that word resilience, that you guys could have closed it out at the end, and how you do that in the future?
Hell yeah. Yeah, and that's I guess where we're at a little bit, and it's our job as the coaching staff and senior members of the playing group to support those people that are in critical decision-making positions at critical moments to get those areas as correct as you can. It's not an exact science, but there's a lot of discussions and a lot of working through the scenario-based stuff as we speak to try to improve that area.
Just last one from me, talking about scenarios and getting things right. Mouthguard gate, has there been any progress in it? Do you have confidence that the technology is going to be right for this next game in the Super Round?
Look, I think the technology is going to take time, Richard. I think it's all put in place for the right purposes. We just have to be flexible and malleable with the technology and with what happens, and not get too head up about it. It's not a big issue for us.
Okay. It'd be bloody frustrating though, Rob, if you've got a key player that's taken off and he's going, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, but we all know that it's sitting in the background. We discussed it prior to the game that those things could occur. So, yeah, we just have to roll with it, Richard, because it's in whether we like it or not, and there's no use getting too much or getting too anxious about it.
Just
Thanks.
on Taha coming in at 10, and I see Noah starting at halfback as well, obviously they've had some time together, under 20s, Hamilton boys. Was that part of the thinking there, rather than going with a more experienced half alongside an inexperienced team?
Well, I think it's more about, are they ready, whether it's the level of experience. Obviously we've got some great nines here with a lot of experience, and we're blessed in that area. We just feel Noah's ready now, and happen to be that Taha's now starting outside him, and they've had some combos together previously, but it's really about, it's their time this weekend to show what they can do, and we're excited about that, and they'll deliver. They're quality people and they're quality players, so we're very comfortable.
I'll just ask that question kind of again, just to get you facing towards the cameras. So reflecting on your time with the Waratahs, how has that experience kind of shaped you into the coach you are today, would you say? Well,
it hasn't really. As I said, it's one of those experiences that you go through. I'd rather not have gone through it in terms of the exiting, but people make decisions and you move on.
Would you like, say, redemption or perhaps revenge over them?
No, it's all about us. I'm with a new group of people, and these boys are committed to trying to be the best Crusaders they can be, and all my energy is focused on making these young men as good as they can be, and the staff as good as they can be to make that come to fruition.
What did you make of the round one performance?
There were moments of it that were fantastic, and there were moments of it that were a little bit frustrating. And I think, as I said earlier, the learnings that we take out of that would be that we're, and we always knew this, we're a very, very capable side. We can challenge anybody, and we'll be there right in all the moments that are important. And we just need to grow our consistency and a bit of game understanding. And I think this week's been fantastic on the back of last week, and we'll continue to improve.
Just my last one, how encouraging was the second half fight back?
Yeah, well, I guess it's the nature of the Crusader beast, and it's wonderful to see the never say die, never beaten attitude, and that's what's been probably an undercurrent here for a long time, and it's great to see it still exists and is deeply embedded in these young men that are coming through.